How are you gonna afford them all in this?
I put them out to work. Yeah, they're coming in right now. But yeah, I put them out to work so that I could study Torah all day.
So they're all gonna work for you.
Yeah.
And then are you gonna have kids with them all?
Yeah.
They could close the door.
But normally you complain it's too hot.
Yeah, but today it's freezing. Thanks. What are we saying here?
I would like to have 3 wives and 15 concubines. And I'd put them out to work.
Are they going to have kids?
Yes.
So how are they going to work and have kids?
Well, half of them will work and half of them will have kids.
Oh, so some are for procreation and some are for recreation.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, at least you
have...
Well,
yeah.
Okay, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
The ones who are willing to get married and never have kids,
yeah.
Can you loan me one of them?
Sure, I'd do that for you.
I'm looking for that.
I'd totally do that for you.
Good luck finding more than one Jewish woman who's willing to get married and not have kids, because let me tell you, that's just not going to happen.
Okay.
So the idea of having some for procreation and some for recreation is a myth, because every from Jewish woman wants kids. That's it.
Yeah.
They're compelled to have them. So that's a myth. Get that out of your thinking. It's not going to happen.
Okay, well, I have a dream. Martin Luther King had a dream and they gave him a national holiday. I have a dream too. When are they going to give me a national holiday?
What should we do on that holiday?
Study Torah and be with our wives and concubines.
I thought we'd dial into porn and...
Nobody has done more to try to suppress the porn industry than Luke Ford.
The only reason I'm here is because you made a name for yourself on porn.
I was fighting it. I was trying to oppose it. I was pointing out how morally empty it is and spiritually unsatisfying.
You're a good man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, let's go back to this. What's the next one?
Okay. So after the Akedah...
The what?
The Akedah.
Akedah, okay.
Abraham and Sarah split up because Torah says Abraham settled in Beersheba.
This one just made me cringe.
And then
this one just
Sarah died in Kiryat Arba.
Stop. This one made me cringe last night when I read this.
And Abraham came to Kiryat Arba to
They had marital problems.
Sarah.
They had marital problems.
Well, they totally split up.
I cringed when I read this. Please take that off your website. It confuses people. Okay, first of all, that's just complete...
I got that from Dennis Prager.
That's a lie! Okay, first of all, no. The Medrash just explains it all. They were... Abraham and her and Sarah, okay, were together. He took Isaac, his son, to Jerusalem, right? To Har Maria, to where the base of Migdash is. And he did the Akedah thing there, right? Are you paying attention?
Yes. Yes.
No, you're not.
Yes, I'm totally there.
Okay.
And I'm going to send you the chat.
And then they walked straight back to where they came from, in Kiryat Arba. And Sarah was waiting for them.
You know, the Midrash is rabbinic propaganda.
Oh God, I'm going to leave. I swear, I'm out the door because I can't take this anymore.
Wait, I got a serious point here. So I was learning Talmud from an Orthodox rabbi, and he said that when the Bible says something, the Torah, the Tanakh, says a story. No, let me finish the point. And
I'm still telling you the Medrash.
Oh, you're still finished?
I have not finished because you tuned me out.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Are you listening?
Yeah. Okay,
here's what happened. They were both in Kiryat Arba. That's where they were living. The whole family was living in Kiryat Arba. Okay, where did they live?
Mm-hmm.
Where did they live, Levi?
In Kiryat Arba.
And he took him where? He took his son where?
Jerusalem.
And they came back to?
Kiryat Arba.
And what happened when Sarah saw them?
She dropped dead.
She dropped dead. Why?
Because she'd heard things.
She heard things?
Yeah.
What did she hear?
She heard that Abraham was going to sacrifice Yitzhak.
And that's why she died?
Yeah, the shock.
The shock of what?
That he was still alive.
Why would that shock her?
I don't know, just give me the answer.
Oh, okay. Here's what happened. She actually was hoping that he would kill Yitzhak. Because God, she's fanatic from me. And God said, bring your son, and the test is going to be that you have to pass this test and you have to slaughter your son.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarah was hoping that he would pass the test. And when he came back with Yitzchak, okay, she freaked out because it was like, oh my God, he pussied out. My husband's a wuss. My husband's a wimpy Jew. He couldn't kill his son, and he failed, and now we lose. And the shock of realizing that they were that he had lost, she fainted and died.
Oh. Okay.
Then he had to bury her. Now, I've been to Kiryat Arba. You know where that is?
No.
Oh, it's just walking distance from
Yerushalayim.
No, from Hebron.
Hebron. Okay.
It's right next door. I mean, it's right there. And so Kever Machpelah, which is where he purchased the property, he buried her there. So what happened was you completely mangled that section of the Chumash. Because what he did was he came back from Yerushalayim to Kiryat Arba, to his wife. She died, and he buried her in right there in Hebron next door. The bit about Beersheba is that's where he went to live afterwards. After she was dead, he went there.
Okay, so I was learning from this Haredi rabbi.
Okay.
And he said,
why has he got to be Haredi? Why do you have to label him like that?
I just wanted you have to make it clear so you don't.
You were
like
learning
the word.
with a rabbi.
And he said that when there are stories in the Torah and the Tanakh, that they're all literally true. But when there are stories in the Midrash, they may or may not be literally true.
No, I would say the opposite. I would say like this. When you read a story in the Tanakh without the commentaries, there's a very little chance that it's true. More often than not, it is not true. Judaism is not a biblical religion. We don't just pick up the Bible without the commentaries, without the oral Torah, and start going, oh, look at this story. Look, Solomon bowed down to idols. No, that's not Judaism. So a story on its own is not Judaism and should never be learned that way. The fastest road to heresy, according to the Belzer Rebbe, is learning the prophets, or learning any part of Tanakh without the commentaries. However, the Medrash is the pure, unadulterated, this is how the story went. It's like more like a history thing. And it tells you, this is how it went. This is how it went. This is the behind the scenes. This is the oral tradition. This is how we understand what exactly happened. The Medrash stories are, you can learn them on their own, and you can take those literally.
So when the Talmud like measures how big God's nose is, and you think that's literally true?
No, there's a rule on that. Rambam explains that in More Nevuchim. That's called an
anthropomorphism.
Anthropomorphism. That when there's something like that, I can't even say the damn word. When it
talks in the Torah speaks in the language of men.
Right, but when there's like things like God had a face and God has a right arm, and God, like this, and these are things that are not plausible because it violates the very foundation of Torah to think that God has corporeal form.
Right.
Those things are what's called more than a metaphor, an allegory. Those are allegory, and they're written like that, like Levi said, so that we can understand them. Those are allegory. I'm glad you brought that up because we need to know when allegory applies.
Now, I was reading this Christian who was kind of going off on the Talmud this week.
That was grotesque.
And he said that it says in the Talmud that Adam had sex with all the...
Yeah, he wrote all kinds of... This was typical anti-Semitic...
All the animals of the God.
Yeah. This is typical anti-Semitic crap that you can find on the internet. It's written by rabid anti-Semites. I wouldn't say the guy's Christian. I would just say he's an anti-Semite.
But is that in the Talmud that you know of?
No. Did you see what I posted?
You just posted a link to my blog and.
No. I posted.
Oh, to your book on Talmud.
It's not my book. It's on my website. My